Hello everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. My name is Will Dixon and yet another video about transfers. I've got quite a few on this cue card, so let's start with Tammy Abraham. I thought this one was done 2 weeks ago, but apparently not so. He seems to be choosing between Newcastle and Brighton, and apparently we are still the front runners, but still Brighton are offering a similar deal to what we're offering Chelsea. I think one thing with this is the fact that Brighton, last season anyway, normally play with two strikers, Murray and Baldock, whereas we play with one in the system that Rafa used with Gale up front. However, I think we would still get, I think we could still give Abraham lots of first team opportunities at Newcastle, as he would probably be second choice behind Gale. But Chelsea wouldn't want Abraham to come to Newcastle to basically not play at all. So I think he is going to get adequate game time, and I hope we do get him because I think he's a really talented forward, and I think he would suit us very, very well. This one is Florian Lejeune from Eibar, the French centre-back. Apparently his deal is close. A reported £8.7 million fee has been agreed, apparently, according to the Chronicle. And the Eibar director, who is Garagaza, apparently has said that Newcastle are taking strong steps. That's a quote. So obviously that says that we are very, very close to taking him. This guy was actually our priority centre-back target above Ruben Semedo, which a lot of fans I know wanted when there was sort of that rumour going around before he went to Villarreal. So, you know, I can only hope that this guy's really, really good. Moving on to some links. First of all, Danny Ings from Liverpool. Moved there from Burnley in 2015, having had a very good season with Burnley despite them getting relegated. Scored a hatful of goals, definitely over 10. Quite a fast striker, really good finisher. However, since he's been at Liverpool, he's had a horrible time with injuries, and he's now being moved down the pecking order just that bit more, with Dominic Solanke being signed up from Chelsea, now off to Anfield. I think he's a very, very good player. My scepticism with this one would be his injury record recently. You know, whether we can really trust him to get through a whole season is waited to be seen. So one I don't think we're looking at is Bakambu from Villarreal, their Congo striker. £15 million rated. This one's from the Sun. He scored 11 and 34 last season, which isn't fantastic. I don't know anything about him, to be honest. I just don't think it's very, very likely. I think we're probably going to look for more Premier League targets. Another one from the Sun is Lewis Baker, who's a central midfielder, more attacking central midfielder from Chelsea. He's one of their youth products, one of their very, very bright youth products. He's been on loan in Holland for the past 2 years with Vitesse Arnhem. I think this one is definitely possible. I mean, from what I've seen of him, he looks a fairly decent player, good free kick taker, just a very good all-round centre midfielder who adopts a more attacking role, sort of to go second behind Shelvey. However, this one's been talked about as a loan deal. I think with a position like this, we're probably going to look more at permanent deals. I don't think Rafa's going to want to rely too much on the loans because he wants to properly shape his squad to the style that he wants. So he's probably going to be buying more players. One of these guys could be Fabian Delph. I think this suits us pretty much perfectly, to be honest. He's only played 24 times in 2 years at Manchester City. Before that, Aston Villa, he was an integral part to that team. He did very, very well, and we were linked to him back then. I think he's still got good potential. Play for England, obviously. Good left footer, good taking the ball forward. I reckon it would be a good signing for us. 12 minutes is a bit extreme considering his injuries and considering he hasn't really played. I think we could probably knock that down a couple of mil, and I think he'd be a very, very good signing for us and definitely a good backup to John Joe Shelvey. And finally, Pepe Reina. We haven't heard the last of this guy, have we? There have been a couple more twists in this tale. First of all, he's rejected his new contract of an extra 2 years, which would take it to 2020, and for Reina to be the age of 37. And also with the agent of Diego Alves. Diego Alves is the goalkeeper for Valencia in Spain. Valencia haven't had a good season. Apparently, Diego Alves is one of them that can move on. And Napoli, and the agent named Napoli in this, is potentially one of his destinations. If Alves comes in, that pushes Reina much closer to the exit door. Apparently, what was the difficulty in this one was the transfer fee. It was sort of rumoured to be between £4 and £5 million, so it doesn't sound that much, but when you consider he's got 1 year left on his contract and he's at the age of 34, you know, in terms of how long that will take us into, how many years we'll get out of him, it's sort of you know, does it show that great value for money? I'm not so sure. It'll only probably go down a bit, but Reina's wages are going to be quite high. So, you know, any money we can save is going to mean a great deal. I reckon we will still not hear the last of Pepe Reina being linked to Newcastle, and I think it's definitely still possible that it can happen. And now something a little bit different. I'm going to hand you over to Callum, who's going to talk about the odds of these players.
Thanks, Will. Yes, some very interesting transfer rumours there, and I have managed to find some quick odds for you guys with regards to these transfers. Only managed to find odds on a couple, both are with Skybet. First one is Tammy Abraham. He is trading around the 1 to 5 mark to join Newcastle, so according to Skybet, that's pretty much already a done deal. The other one being Fabian Delph. Now he is varying in price. Skybet have him at around 5 to 1 at the moment on him joining Newcastle. And guys, if you remember, our betting partners are Sportsbet and Bet Online. Sportsbetting are offering a 75% increase on your first deposit for any deposits over £20, and also Bet Online are offering a 75% bonus to any deposits over £50 with them. Thanks guys, see you later.